Hey everyone, welcome to week 11 of the NFL season and reviewing our picks and making our picks for week 12. This week we have a losing record, which is I didn't even realize that until I just started making this. But anyway, let's get right into it. Starting off Thursday night, the Jets at the Patriots. We picked the Patriots. We were right. Justin Fields was 15 of 26 for 116 yards, 1 touchdown, no pick. He was also the leading rusher with 67 yards on 11 carries and a touchdown. And John Mechie III had 3 catches for 45 yards and a touchdown. Drake May was 25 of 34 for 281 yards, 1 touchdown, no picks. Travion Henderson had 19 carries for 62 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Stephon Diggs had 9 catches for 105 yards, no touchdown. Final score 27-14. Washington at Miami. This was an international game. I thought Washington was going to get back on track. Turns out we were wrong. Miami won another game they should have lost, so hats off to them. Marcus Mariota was 20 of 30 for 213 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Chris Rodriguez Jr. had 15 carries for 79 yards, no touchdowns. And Deebo Samuel had 7 catches for 74 yards and a touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa was 14 of 20 for 171 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. And Devon Achane had 21 carries for 120 yards, no touchdown. Jalen Waddle had 3 catches for 52 yards, no touchdown. Final score is 16-13, Miami. The Panthers at the Falcons. We picked the Falcons. And we were wrong. I don't know what Carolina is doing differently this year, but they seem to have figured something out. So good for them and all their fans. Bryce Young was 31 of 45 for 448 yards and 3 touchdowns, no picks. Rico Dowdle had 19 carries for 45 yards, no touchdown. And Tate McMillan had 8 catches for 130 yards and 2 touchdowns. Michael Penix Jr. was 13 of 16 for 175 yards, no touchdown, no picks. And I do believe he left the game with an injury, and I think I read something that he might be out rest of the year. So it's Kirk O'Chain's time. Bijan Robinson had 23 carries for 104 yards, 2 touchdowns. And Drake London had 7 catches for 119 yards, no touchdown. I think he may have left the game early too. For a final score of 30-27, Carolina. Chicago at Minnesota. We picked Minnesota. And Chicago fell into yet another win. I guess it really is better to be lucky than good. Caleb Williams was 16 of 32 for 193 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. DeAndre Swift had 21 carries for 90 yards, no touchdown. And Cole Kmet had 5 catches for 45 yards, no touchdown. J.J. McCarthy was 16 of 32 for 150 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. And Aaron Jones Sr. had 16 carries for 70 yards, no touchdown. Justin Jefferson had 5 catches for 61 yards, no touchdown. Final score 19-17. Shout out to those Bear fans. As a Lions fan, I know what it's like to struggle for so long and finally be decent. Cincinnati at Pittsburgh, I thought it was going to be another shootout, and we were wrong. Flacco was 23 of 40 for 199 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Chase Brown had 18 carries for 99 yards, no touchdown. And T. Higgins had 3 catches for 63 yards and a touchdown. Rodgers was 9 of 15 for 116 yards, 1 touchdown, no pick. He left the game with I think they're calling it a minor break in his left wrist, potentially. And Mason Rudolph went 12 of 16 for 127 yards, 1 touchdown, no pick. Jaylen Warren had 10 carries for 62 yards, no touchdowns. Kenneth Gainwell had 7 catches for 81 yards and 2 touchdowns. Final score 34-12. Green Bay at New York, we picked the Giants. We were almost correct. But almost doesn't count in these games. Jordan Love was 13 of 24 for 174 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. He briefly left the game. And Malik Willis was 2 of 2 for 6 yards and a touchdown. But Jordan Love did come back in and finish the game. Emmanuel Wilson had 11 carries for 40 yards and a touchdown. And Romeo Doubs had 4 catches for 53 yards and no touchdown. Jameis Winston was 19 of 29 for 201 yards, no touchdowns but a pick. And Tyrone Tracy Jr. had 19 carries for 88 yards, no touchdown. Isaiah Hodgins had 5 catches for 57 yards, no touchdown. Final score 27-20, Green Bay. Houston at Tennessee. We picked Houston, and we finally have another win on the board. Davis Mills was 26 of 41 for 274 yards, 1 touchdown, no picks. Woody Marks had 18 carries for 44 yards, no touchdowns. And Nico Collins had 9 catches for 92 yards and a touchdown. Cam Ward was 24 of 37 for 194 yards, 1 touchdown, no picks. He was also their leading rusher with 33 yards on 3 carries, no touchdowns. Chig Okonkwo had 3 catches for 56 yards, no touchdown. Final score 16-13, Houston. Probably one of the biggest surprises of the weekend. The Chargers at the Jags. We picked Los Angeles, and we were wrong. Justin Herbert was 10 of 18 for 81 yards, no touchdowns and a pick. I'm assuming he left the game because they were being blown out. Trey Lance went 3 of 8 for 37 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. Herbert was also their leading rusher with 3 carries for 21 yards, no touchdowns. And Keenan Allen had 4 catches for 53 yards, no touchdown. Trevor Lawrence was 14 of 22 for 153 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Bayshul Tutin had 15 carries for 74 yards and a touchdown. Travis Etienne also had 19 carries for 73 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jacoby Myers had 5 catches for 64 yards, no touchdown. Final score 35-6, Jacksonville. Probably one of the more exciting games this weekend. Tampa at Buffalo. We picked Buffalo, and we were correct. This game was going back and forth until, I don't know, midway through the fourth or something, and I think Buffalo blew it open. Baker was 16 of 28 for 173 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Sean Tucker had 19 carries for 106 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Sterling Shepard had 4 catches for 54 yards, no touchdown. Josh Allen had 19 of 30 for 317 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. James Cook III had 16 carries for 48 yards, no touchdown. And Tyrell Shavers had 4 catches for 90 yards and a touchdown. For the final score, 44-32. What a shootout. Seattle at LA. I do believe Seattle won the first time they played. So that's why I chose them. But I don't remember that far back. Sam Darnold was 29 of 44 for 279 yards. No touchdowns, but 4 picks. Kenny Walker III had 16 carries for 67 yards and a touchdown. And JSN had 9 catches for 105 yards, no touchdown. And Stafford, I do believe, will be the MVP this year. Was 15 of 28. Was 15 of 28 for 130 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Kyron Williams had 12 carries for 91 yards and a touchdown. And Puka Nacua had 7 catches for 75 yards, no touchdown. Final score, 19-21. San Francisco at Arizona. We picked San Francisco. We got this one right as well. Brock Purdy's first game back, he went 19 of 26 for 200 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Christian McCaffrey had 13 carries for 81 yards and 2 touchdowns. And George Kittle had 6 catches for 67 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jacoby Brissett was 47 of 57 for 452 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 picks. That is insane, and they only scored 22 points. Bam Knight had 5 catches for 24 yards and a touchdown. Or 5 carries, I'm sorry. And Michael Wilson had 15 catches for 185 yards, no touchdown. Final score 41-22, San Francisco. Baltimore at Cleveland. I didn't even hesitate. I chose Baltimore. We were correct. Lamar Jackson was 14 of 25 for 193 yards, no touchdowns, 2 picks. Derrick Henry had 18 carries for 103 yards and a touchdown. And Zay Flowers had 3 catches for 78 yards, no touchdown. Dylan Gabriel was 7 of 10 for 68 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. And we finally got to see Shedeur. He was 4 of 16, 47 yards, no touchdown, but a pick. Rough first game. Quinshon Judkins had 17 carries for 59 yards, no touchdown. And Cedric Tillman had 3 catches for 52 yards, no touchdown. Final score 23-16, Baltimore. Kansas City, Denver. We picked Denver. We got that right. And I don't know what's happening in Kansas City. But I'm here for it. Mahomes was 29 of 45 for 276 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Kareem Hunt had 13 carries for 59 yards and a touchdown. And Kelsey had 9 catches for 91 yards and a touchdown. Bo Nix was 24 of 37 for 295 yards, no touchdown, no picks. RJ Harvey had 11 carries for 30 yards, no touchdown. And Troy Franklin had 4 catches for 84 yards, no touchdown. Final score 19-22, Denver. Detroit at Philly. Obviously, I picked my Lions. And last week I said, I know it, we can beat them, but I'm prepared for a loss. And we lost. Just an absolutely ugly game offensively. Goff was 14 of 37 for 255 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. He had 5 passes batted down. Insane. Gibbs had 12 carries for 39 yards, no touchdown. And Montgomery had 6 carries for 27 yards, no touchdown. Gibbs was also our leading receiver with 5 catches for 107 yards, no touchdown. Jalen Hurts was 14 of 28 for 135 yards, no touchdown, no pick. And Saquon had 26 carries for 83 yards, no touchdown. A.J. Brown had 7 catches for 49 yards, no touchdown. Final score 9-16, Philly. That was Sunday night. Our Monday night game, Dallas at the Raiders. I picked the Cowboys, and we were right. Dak was 25 of 33 for 268 yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks. Javonte Williams had 22 carries for 93 yards, no touchdown. And George Pickens had 9 catches for 144 yards and a touchdown. Geno was 27 of 42 for 238 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. And he also said, if anything goes wrong, to blame him, even if our car breaks down. What a guy. He was also the leading rusher. He had 4 carries for 14 yards, no touchdowns. Brock Bowers had 7 catches for 72 yards, no touchdown. And Dallas wins on the final score 33-16. Now, our Week 12 picks. We have Buffalo at Houston, Thursday night. That might be a fun game. High-powered Buffalo against that really good Texas defense. I think I'm going to go Houston just for fun. The Colts at the Chiefs. I don't know if they've played they're a different division. I'm going to go with the Colts. Going into Arrowhead and winning. Minnesota at Green Bay? Jeez. Can they both lose? Well, I'm going to go with what would help the Lions out divisionally. So I'm going to go with Minnesota. New England at Cincinnati. I'll go with New England since they don't have Jamar Chase. The Giants are coming into Detroit. Jameis Winston. We handle business at home and get back on track. The Jets at the Ravens. I'll go with Baltimore. Pittsburgh at Chicago. If Aaron Rodgers plays, I'm taking Pittsburgh. Seattle at Tennessee, I'll take Seattle. Cleveland at the Raiders. I'm going to go with Cleveland. I think Shedeur figures it out. Jacksonville at Arizona, go Jacksonville. Atlanta at New Orleans, Atlanta. Philly at Dallas, Philly. Tampa at LA, Sunday night. I'm going to go with the Rams. Carolina at San Francisco. This one should be fun. Monday night. I'm going to go with Carolina. I'm tired of seeing the Niners win. And the teams that are on a bye this week are the Broncos, the Dolphins, the Chargers, and the Commanders. So that is it for our Week 11 recap and our Week 12 picks. Let me know what you guys think. And thank you for watching and or listening. I hope you got some well-needed rest or relaxation. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.